You could be forgiven for thinking that today's artefact is the kit bag of TJ Dance of the 3rd Howitzer Battery, Royal Garrison Artillery. It would be a fair guess because, to be honest, that's exactly what it started life as. But what this actually is a completely illegal piece of army gambling equipment. It is a Crown and Anchor board. Now, the army had completely outlawed gambling in 1910. In fact, Army Order 51 of 1910 is explicit. All gambling in garrisons, camps or cantonments is forbidden. This includes bookmaking or acting as an agent for a bookmaker. No wriggle room at all. By the time the war had broken out, soldiers were allowed to play housey-housey, or a form of bingo, but not for money. So, soldiers being soldiers, at any opportunity, illegal gambling games would be set up in quiet corners where large groups of men would gather round and bet their money on the Crown and Anchor board. The banker would have painted his board on a piece of canvas just like this, because 2 fellas or 3 fellas would be positioned as lookouts to keep an eye open for military policemen, regimental policemen or officers and NCOs. And if any of those were spotted, everybody would scatter and the banker would be able to gather up his board with all the money inside it and disappear sharpish. It's actually a very simple game to play. It was played with 3 dice. And each of those dice, just like a normal dice, but on the dice, on opposing sides would be the Crown and Anchor, and on the other sides would be the hearts, the spades, the clubs and the diamonds. And the deal was, the player places bets on one or more of the symbols. He then throws the 3 dice. If there is a bet on any symbol which comes up on one or more of those dice, the banker pays the player the amount of his stake for each of the dice showing that symbol. He gets even money if there's only 1. It's 2 to 1 if there's 2, and 3 to 1 if there's 3. If the symbol doesn't come up, the player loses his bet. The player, on average, will get 92.1% of his money back. The banker, on the other hand, will take 7.9% of all the money bet in the game. The banker will always win, and it's pretty fair to say that Crown and Anchor really was a mug's game.